You smoke gas.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Alright, so we're going to pull the bed off of this thing because we need to put a fuel pump in it, and there's a couple other things I want to check while we're there, and it's just kind of the easiest way to do it. And since we have the lift, why not? Anyhow, we picked the hottest day of the year so far to do this. It's 9 o'clock at night and it's 95 degrees in the garage. No, I do not have AC. Quick rundown of getting the bed off. Basically, you have your connector at the back for your tail lights. Disconnect that. There's 3 screws to your fuel filler neck behind the gas cap door. Undo those, and then you have 8 bed bolts that bolt the bed to the frame. Take those out, and the bed should be free to lift off. Anyhow, time lapse coming up. I'm dying. Let's get to this. This is what we got. I believe it's a good thing that we're gonna change this out here, because I don't know about all you guys, but that thing darn near almost looks like it has 250,000 miles on it, or at least 100. So I'm gonna attack this with some super clean and the power washer. We'll get everything cleaned up, see where we're at. There's a few questionable welds and stuff here that I might address on the hitch, but otherwise the frame and everything is pretty solid on it. It's just dirty, but we're gonna take care of that. Alright, we got the whole crew helping. Jenna here, Desi is helping. So Desi's gonna paint, Jenna is scraping, and I'm gonna work on getting this thing out. So first things first is I want to make sure to get these lines loose. They've been on there a minute, and I'll clean up some of this sealer junk around there, and we'll get the fuel pump out. So, but otherwise the truck looks pretty good. It's not hateful. I don't know what chicken poop is welded on there. Desi agrees it looks like chicken poop. He's doing a good job with that. So let's get to work. I'm just gonna clean some of this stuff out of here so I can get this locking ring out without destroying anything. Alright, got our connector disconnected here. I'm gonna get these lines broke loose, and this vent tube and this vent tube, and then we'll knock the lock ring out of here, and yeah, hopefully that should be it for pulling the pump out. The nut on the hose is 19 millimeter, and the nut on the sending unit is 16 millimeter. Let's see how this goes. Not too bad. You also want to watch for any pressurized fuel that might be in here. You don't want to get squirt in the eye. Yes. There is also a slight chance that the weight of the fuel wanting to push up the pickup tube and out the line, so just be cautious of that. Like that one wants to. To get this lock ring off, you have these tabs here. So basically the lock ring sits on and spins in, and like here's a tab, and you'd take a punch and you're going to knock the ring in a counterclockwise direction. Now, this is not the appropriate punch to be doing this with. Normally you would want to use a brass punch, but unfortunately I don't have a brass punch. So I'm going to try not to blow ourselves up and get this loose. Don't look so concerned. It'll be fine. Now the trick is to clean all that nasty junk out from the locking ring there without it going into the fuel tank. That ought to be fun. This is our new unit. This is a Delphi unit, and as you can see, it comes with the hanger, new fuel pump installed, new fuel level sensor and stuff in it. Correct wiring on it. Also comes with a new locking ring, the tank seal, and there's 2 O-rings in there. There they are, for your, ironically, they also have them here. So they gave you 2 extra O-rings for your feed line and your return line. So that was awfully nice of them. I also got a new fuel filter to go with this as well. But right now I got to clean that tank opening out so that when this goes in, it seats nice and flush and we don't have any leaks, because gas leaks are bad. Alright, got that all cleaned up and managed to only get maybe a few specks of dirt in there. It'll be fine. Yep. So, first things first here, you don't want to forget to put your O-ring on your pump. So, just got to go around there, get it around everything. Alright, so that'll be on there. Drop it in. So, probably put your float in first. Drop this in. Mind all your wires, all your connections, check all those, make sure they're good and tight. Alright. Drop your O-ring in there so it sits in the groove. And then your pump is going to have 2 alignment tabs on them. There's an alignment tab there, and there's one there. Now, The one thing I should have done is put the lock ring on, because I'm probably going to have to pick that up to slide those over. Slide our lock ring up here. We have to go through the harness. Okay. Alright, double check your sealing O-ring there again. Drop your locking tabs in there. Alright, so now the grease, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to smear a little bit on the top of the pump, so where the bottom of the locking ring rides on the pump, and then some on the top of the locking ring, and that's just going to help it go in and turn the seat in there. Also keeps it from rusting up later on down the road, in case you ever have to get back in here again. If you look here at your locking ring, see how it's got notches cut out, okay? So you got to line up your notches all the way around, and then your locking ring is going to slide, and it's going to go under these 3 notches around here. Once you get it started going under, you're going to work yourself around. This piece here is going to rotate all the way down. It's going to lock in under that. So that's our goal. Alright, so now I'm at the locking point. So I got to get that there, this tab to slide under that one. So that's where you might have to give her a little bit of a persuasion. There it goes. All right. Now I'm going to take some grease and I'm just going to smear on top of this, and that's just going to prevent water and junk from laying down in here, and it's just going to protect this from rust and other things. Right now is a good time also to check your rubber hoses for your lines, because it'd be easy to replace if we had to. There it goes. And don't forget our vent line. Alright, so put our filler neck vent back on here. Does that look alright? Yeah. Looks alright. So now we just got to finish hooking up our wiring here. We'll put our ground screw on. I clean this up a little bit with the wire wheel. Alright, fuel pump is installed. Take a look at it here. Put a little bit of wire loom around our wires. Got everything greased up so it doesn't rust in the future. Got our ground wire here all cleaned up, ready to go. Got our connector plugged in. So now the only real thing left to do is to start it up and see if we have any leaks and that our fuel gauge in the dash actually works. So that would be a good thing, right? Looks like the fuel gauge works. I'll give it a start. I don't see anything leaking, so that's a good sign. Alright, so there's one job done, and that makes me feel a lot better, because I don't know how old this other one was. Now, mind you, it cleaned up obviously pretty good after we cleaned all the gunk off of it, but that's very strange. Are you noticing that there's no sock on the bottom of this? Heh. Was there a sock on the bottom of the new one that I put in? I thought there was. I don't remember seeing it. Well, I'm not taking it back out to look in the in the fuel tank, but that's very odd that there is no filter sock on the end of that fuel pump. Huh. So that's interesting. Now I gotta put that on yet, but we're gonna finish painting the frame up here. I do believe I am going to address the trailer wiring situation here. Yeah, I don't like it. So, you know me, wiring stuff is just like a pet peeve, so I'll probably fix that too. So, anyhow, we'll come back when we're finishing up. Jenna got this thing all painted up nice. Sending units in, that's done. Got the rear diff painted, that's done. Or better, right?
Yep.
Do you smoke gas?
Yeah. I was trying to ignore it. It's probably not a smart idea, but...
It's like in this vicinity. What's that? Ah, poop. So, we fixed one problem, or, well, we avoided a problem, but found a problem. As we were getting ready to put the bed and stuff back on, honestly, yesterday when we were cleaning stuff up, I smelled fuel, but you know, we had the fuel tank and everything opened up. I didn't see anything on the floor, but also I think it was just evaporating quickly. But I discovered a spot out in the driveway this morning, and you can't see it right now, but this return hose is leaking and it's very soft. So I suspect that possibly over time it just started to wear out. The crimps and stuff aren't great, but they look okay. But it's leaking up top here. So I think how we're gonna do that, hold on a sec, let me close this garage door.
Oh, that's better.
I ain't gonna say that you can't buy lines for these, but they're difficult to find. So on this, you got mostly hard lines up to the engine, and then you have a rubber line, these two rubber lines here. And then it goes to hard line, goes into the fuel filter, which is behind the transcooler, hard line, and then it comes up to where it goes up into the fuel cell. Yeah, fuel cell, it's not a race car. Where do they go? Yeah, they're up in here. We saw them yesterday. There's two rubber lines up there that attach to the fuel pump assembly, and then comes down, converts into hard line, and goes up. I think I'm gonna get some adapters for the hard lines, and we're gonna run PTFE from the pump to the hard line up to the filter, from the hard line to PTFE, and then PTFE to the hard line to the back of the throttle body. So we don't have to worry about it anymore. I just think with the ethanol content and fuel and stuff nowadays, like some of the rubber and stuff like that just doesn't hold up. So we know we don't have a problem with PTFE. All the race cars have it, and they all run on E85. So I think that's what we're gonna do. I gotta go order all that stuff now. Obviously the bed's on it. It's just sitting on there at the moment. We left it loose because probably gonna be a lot easier to replace those lines with the bed off. So we'll at least jack it back up so I can stick my head under there and work. But at any rate, fuel pump's fine, but the lines are leaking. It's great. Yay. I'm hot. I want to go home now.
It's not that far to walk.